Hi guys, Nick here from Intuitive Tennis. Today I want to show you how to hit a slice serve. The slice serve is a must-have serve for every tennis player. It is a great advantage to sneak in that occasional ace and surprise your opponent with a nice short slice out wide. Or if you can slice out wide, open up the court, and then take control of the rally, it is a big advantage. And for all you lefties out there, if you're a lefty and you don't know how to hit a slice, you must learn how to hit a slice, because lefties have a huge advantage when they're serving on important points in the game at 30-40 or 40-30, add in, add out. They have the advantage to be able to slice to a righty's backhand and win the big points with a nice slice serve. Some of the greatest slice serves of all time came from lefties. Goran Ivanišević hit thousands of aces with his slice serve. John McEnroe had one of the all-time great slice serves out wide, and Rafael Nadal utilizes his slice serve to control the point with his forehand. The right-handers do not have as big of an advantage on the slice serve because when a righty plays a righty, the slice serve will go into the opponent's forehand, and therefore it must be struck very precisely. This doesn't mean that you shouldn't use slice serves, because you can use it in various ways. You can serve to the body and have the ball maybe come into the opponent's body. You can even do it to the backhand side, so it's a very versatile serve. The slice serve can be hit with two different grips. It can be the continental grip or the eastern backhand grip. If you slide your hand over slightly towards the backhand side, you will find that it's a little bit easier to get cut on the ball. The toss on the slice is best from the 12 o'clock position. So let me demonstrate. I'm going to throw the ball at 12 o'clock and I'm going to try to slice the serve. Okay. Another way to get sliced would be to throw the ball a little bit more to the right towards 1 o'clock. Let me try this one. So there, it's a little bit uncomfortable for me because I am used to tossing the ball at 12, but I can see that can be an advantage for some players to simply throw the ball out a little bit to the right, and then the racket will already start going towards the right side, and it's very easy to get sliced this way. The body position on the slice can involve a little bit more of a coil in the preparation phase. John McEnroe was famous for having a great lefty slice where he would basically have his body all the way turned like this with a huge coil, and then he would come around the serve this way and get tremendous slice on a serve. So you should definitely try out coiling a little bit more when you're attempting to do a slice serve. The swing path on the slice serve is going to be identical to the flat serve swing path until contact. Once we make contact, this is where the slice serve differentiates from the flat serve. And the racket will start going towards the right and then back around the body this way. It's very important that the palm of the hand and the racket face are facing the sky on the finish, something like this. So we're going to coil, and this bigger coil is going to help us generate this rightward swing path. And then when we come around the body, we want the palm of our hand and the face of our racket to point towards the sky like this. Is there continuing pronation on the slice serve? Yes and no. Some players will continue to pronate even on slice serve. Roger Federer is a player who will pronate on all serves, on the flat serve, the kick serve, and the slice serve. And many others do it the same way. And it looks the following way. Roger Federer will have the same swing path as any other player on the slice, but the only difference is that when the racket goes towards the right, let's say towards the right net post, his arm will fully rotate this way and then come back around like this. Other players, such as Andy Murray or many of the WTA players, will not continue to pronate on the slice. Their service action is going to look something like this. The racket will go towards the net post, and it will not continue to pronate. It will simply scoop back around this way. And I can show you towards the camera. So the racket will not pronate like Roger Federer does, but it will just stay on edge and it will scoop around this way on the slice. Continuing pronation should never be the focus of any of your serves, not the flat serve, the kick serve, or the slice serve. If you are interested in finding out the reason why, you can check out my pronation video, and I'm going to put a link in the description below. Furthermore, if you do try to force this continuing pronation on your slice serve, you will find it very difficult to get slice on the serve. Let me explain why. Most players, if they consciously try to pronate on the slice serve, most of their serves are going to go towards the right, and they will actually have kick on the serve instead of slice. It doesn't make sense to us that if we consciously do the continued pronation on the slice serve, it doesn't make sense that the racket will continue going this way and the ball is supposed to go in another direction. So this has to happen intuitively, and you cannot force this. And furthermore, if you try to force this continuing pronation on the slice serve, most of your slice serves will actually have spin on them, and you have a very difficult time getting the ball out wide, which is usually the desired location for a slice serve. So let me demonstrate. I'm going to forcefully pronate on this one and try to slice it at the same time. So you see there, the ball didn't really have any leftward trajectory, and I found it very difficult to get sliced on it. So let me try to do the pronation without thinking about it, and I'm going to perform a slice, and let's see what happens. I'm not sure if I pronated on this serve or not, and it really doesn't matter. All I go by is how the serve feels, and that one felt great. I had that low bounce that's very desired on the slice, and the ball had a slight skipping action towards the left. The most important aspect of the slice serve is the mental image that we're going to create when executing the serve. And the mental image should be one of a scooping action around the ball. We already discussed that a bigger coil helps with this action. It can promote this action. And once we approach the ball, we're going to just visualize a scooping action around the body, and this is where the finish is very important. And we're going to focus on the finish on the slice, having our palm of our hands up towards the sky, and the strings are going to face up towards the sky, and this is going to help us to make a contact that is going to be going towards the right after contact, and that is what generates the slice. Is it easy to make the ball skip to the left on the slice? Just as it is on the kick serve, it's very difficult to make the ball go to one side or the other. On the deuce side for right-handers, it's a little bit easier just because of the geometry of the court. So if I attempt to hit a slice from this side, it's going to be a little bit easier for me to make the ball go to the left just because of the angle I'm standing at. So there I missed that one, but the second bounce was outside the doubles alley, and that's what I'm looking for. Let me try one more. I'm going to try to get that nice short angle. Okay, that one was a little bit better, and just because I'm serving from this side, I get a nice leftward trajectory on my slice serve. If we attempt to hit a slice on the ad side through the middle of the court, aiming down the tee, it's very challenging to get the ball to curve towards the left. This is for right-handers, of course. The reason why is the geometry of the court. So if I'm standing on this side, serving towards the right, the ball is going to have a slight rightward trajectory, even if I aim towards the tee. And the greatest servers of all time all had this slice serve down the tee. Players like Goran Ivanišević, John McEnroe, Pete Sampras, Roger Federer, or John Isner all can get beautiful aces through the middle of the court where the ball curves away from the opponent. So let me try one of these serves and see what happens. I'm going to aim for the tee and try to get as much cut on the ball as I can. Thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Please hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and please leave a comment in the section below. I will be happy to respond. I'll see you next time.